Hi everybody, we're inside the Lew's fishing display at the Bassmaster Classic, and I'm with my good friend Gary Remensnyder with Lew's to introduce to you one of the most revolutionary fishing tools in spinning rod fishing that I've ever seen in my entire 40-plus year fishing career. Gary, that's a big statement. I've been fishing a long time. The thing that I am absolutely most impressed with about this rod, and Gary, I told you before we got on camera here that I wouldn't have believed this had I not seen it and used it myself. I've actually tried this enough on the water to know this is true. We actually have a solution to the spinning rod wind knot problem. For many years, anglers have battled wind knots. When you're fishing in any kind of wind at all with a spinning rod and a light bait, say less than a quarter-ounce bait, right here around this first main guide, when you make a cast, there will be a big loop that forms. The twist is in your line. It catches on this first rod guide and causes what's called a wind knot. It twists and knots your line up, and you can spin. Gary, I've spent, over the course of a day, I've spent hours trying to get wind knots loose.
What this does is as that line funnels through that first guide, it really narrows it through and eliminates a lot of friction, so the line after it goes through that first guide really settles down nicely. It eliminates friction, you get more accuracy, you get a little more distance in your cast, but as you said as well, it virtually eliminates the wind guides or the wind knots as well. So it's a really nice technology. You can hear the difference when you cast through this guide system versus a normal guide. It eliminates all that slap of that line going through that lead guides.
We'll show you a quick tight shot here, but you can see this is actually a rod guide inside a rod guide. It's almost like a funnel, and it funnels the line into this first big guide. But here's the key. We'll pull this back, Gary, so we can see here. The rest of the guides all the way down the rod are all the same size. So it goes from one big guide, controls the line, a little smaller on the next guide, and then the next 5 or 6 or 7 guides, depending on the length of the rod, are all the same size. And basically all the control happens in those first 2 guides. It settles that line down.